This is the DHSC 508, a podcast by the Dartmouth High choral students. Hi, everybody. So this is Mixed Chorus, and our random question of the week is, what are some of your favorite things? It can be a video game, it can be a favorite book, favorite TV show, favorite movie. So we're going to start off with Sophia. Sophia, tell us something that is a favorite of yours.
My favorite movie is the Hannah Montana movie. The songs are immaculate, and I never get sick of it.
Cool. Thank you so much for sharing. And Isabel, tell us something that's your favorite.
I have a favorite book, and it's called Good Omens, and it's just like a really, really funny, light read about two people just trying to save the people from the end of the world, and it's just really, really funny.
How long of a book is it? Like, how long did it take you to read?
It's a chapter book. It would takes me kind of like a month to read it because I am a slow reader. So.
Me too. I love to read, but it takes me a long time to finish a book because I can't sit down for too long and do a lot. So that's awesome. Thank you so much. Natalie, tell us one of your favorite things.
I like to draw a lot. I usually just draw people and I do character designs, or at least I try to.
I've seen some of your artwork. Can you share your profile picture that you have? You
Yeah.
drew that, right?
Yes, I did. Do I turn off the camera?
Yeah, turn off your camera so we can see it. Isn't that cool? So, all right. So, talking about drawing, what is some of the inspiration where do you get your inspiration from?
I get it from different artists around, like Janet Arroyo, I believe that's how their name is pronounced. Mm-hmm. There's T.B. Choi and a whole bunch of other artists.
Okay.
And I base it off of like concept art for Pixar and Disney.
Okay. Because I remember one time we were talking about the Yellow Submarine and the artwork from that. And I don't remember, do you remember what you said about that?
It was done by an animator. I don't remember their name, but they made a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah. And do you think maybe when you leave high school, this is something you want to pursue?
Yeah.
For a career?
Yeah.
So you have some plans for that? Any specific schools you're thinking of applying to, or?
No, not yet.
Cool. Thank you so much for sharing. Emma, what are some of your favorites?
I have two favorite movies. One's called The Blind Side, and then the other one's Mean Girls. And I like The Blind Side because it's very sad, but it's a really good movie. And then Mean Girls is just like, it's just such a good movie. It's a funny movie.
Okay. What is The Blind Side about?
It's about this boy who's homeless, and then this rich family takes him in, and like they provide schooling for him and like college and stuff like that.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Braylon, what are some of your favorites?
My favorite movie of all time is What About Bob? What About Bob is a cinematic masterpiece, pure cinema kino. It's just great. It's about Bob.
Yeah, I figured that, but give me more because I can't remember it right now. I'm sure I watched it.
You watched What About Bob? You're a Bobian?
I can't remember.
Really?
Tell me more. Yeah, tell me more.
It's such a memorable movie. All right.
What happens in the movie?
So, all right. So there's this big rich guy, and he has a big book. It's called Baby Steps. This guy, he's got some problems. His name's Bob. And, he goes in, and he talks to the rich guy or whatever. He has some problems because he wants to talk to him because he loves his book. And then he takes the baby steps, and he stalks him to Milwaukee. I don't know what it's called.
Right. Who's in it?
Wait, no.
Is this an
What?
Adam Sandler movie? No.
No, I wish
Okay.
it was.
It sounds like it would be.
I love Adam Sandler.
I do too.
But I don't want to take up all the time, so I'm just gonna.
All right. Thank you so much, Fraylin, for sharing
All right.
your favorite movie with us. Hannah, what is one of your favorites?
I chose my favorite book, and it's The Selection. And it's basically about a group of impoverished girls that like compete for a chance to live among the wealthy. So only 35 girls get to be picked, and they move into the castle, and then the prince, who has to marry one of them, selects only one, but like they get eliminated by time. And that's basically it.
Cool. Do you like to read a lot or
Yeah.
more in the summer?
More in the winter, because in the summer I'm always out.
Yeah. Good. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Lavender, what's one of your favorites?
My two favorite books would either be Flowers for Algernon or the Beautiful Creature series.
Tell us a little bit about one or both of them. I'm not familiar.
So the Beautiful Creature series is like it's a book about this girl who she has until her 13th birthday in which she either is chosen for like the good side of magic or the evil side for magic. And they think that she's going down the evil path that her mom went down. But like the ending takes you by surprise, and it's like if you only read the first book, I'm going to tell you something, you're missing out on the whole series. And the reason I like it so much is because the author incorporates her poetry into the book, and I love poetry.
Cool. And what about the other one you were telling us about?
Flowers for Algernon is, I don't remember it that well. I'm actually rereading it right now, but it's about this guy who basically is really dumb, like really, really dumb. And he kind of gets smart one day, but as he gets smarter, he learns like that with knowledge, you feel more alone than you do when you're dumb.
Wow. That's quite the message. Thank you so much for sharing. Eloise, tell us about one of your favorites.
My favorite movie is Anger Management with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
I like it because it's really funny. And yeah.
What are some other Adam Sandler movies that you've watched? Did you watch the new Halloween one that he?
Hubie Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah.
One. It's funny.
I liked that one a lot because it was cool to see how he incorporated different characters from different movies, like his friends that he's acted with in other movies, and he put them in that one. I love Adam Sandler. He's so funny. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Ariana, tell us one of your favorites.
My favorite musical artist is Disturbed.
Mm-hmm. And tell us a little bit more about Disturbed.
They're I wouldn't call it metal. I believe they fall under the category of like hard rock.
Mm-hmm.
I just like their music. My favorite album is called Believe. They have this one song called Awaken. If you like rock music, you should probably listen to it because it's a really good song.
Cool. And then last week we were talking a little bit about video games. So something you were going to tell us about. So what are some of your favorite games?
One of my favorite games to play is called Rainbow Six Siege. So basically, the game is when you go to like load into the game or whatever, there are different like operators you can choose on either side. For attackers or defenders, basically what you do is there's different map locations where there are things like hostages that you have to go and save from buildings, or you have to defuse bombs. You're basically like the SWAT team playing against like terrorists, basically. It's not like hardcore or anything like terrorism, but like you go, you kill
Yeah.
the people.
Okay.
And,
That's so violent.
Yeah, I don't really
Okay.
recall any games that aren't. Well, there's this game called Undertale that I really enjoyed playing. That one is like not violent. It's kind of like, think of like a story game where you go through and you meet different characters, and on the way you fight different, like, it's kind of like Mario.
Uh-huh.
Think about Mario type thing.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with us. Let me see, who do I have next? Noah, tell us about something that is your favorite.
All right, so my favorite show right now, at least, is Cobra Kai on Netflix. Just came out with season 3. And then my favorite, well, I don't really have a favorite video game. I like a lot of them, but currently I'm playing Doom Eternal. And I don't know, I'm playing Rivals of Aether, which is kind of like Super Smash Brothers, but it's kind of like a spin-off of it.
Tell us a little bit more. Like, describe it.
Like which one?
The last, I'm not familiar with the one that you just said.
So Rivals of Aether is an indie game. So they have like a small development team. But the game is really fun. And I'm trying to describe, have you seen like, we probably haven't, but Super Smash Brothers?
No.
You try to not, it's like a fighting game, but you try and knock your opponent off the stage and you try and kill them. But like Rivals of Aether is supposed to be like competitive, so it's really fast paced, really hard to play.
Cool. And you said your favorite show was Cobra Kai. Did you ever watch the Karate Kid movies?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I watched the first one, and then I watched the remake. I still have to watch 2 and 3.
Yeah. Good stuff. I love those movies, but I haven't seen Cobra Kai yet, so maybe I'll check it out. I keep hearing really positive stuff about it, so. And it's good?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, it is good.
Thank you for sharing, Noah. Tegan, what is one of your favorites?
My favorite show for a little while, like, I just kind of started watching it, like, right before, I started watching it, like, on Thanksgiving, and I'm watching it again. It's called Criminal Minds, and a lot of people have watched it, and I don't know, I didn't know that I was gonna like it. I thought I was gonna, like, I don't know, kind of be scared of it because it's so kind of real, but I really enjoyed it, and yeah.
So what is it about?
It's about the behavioral analysis for the FBI, and about how they catch serial killers and stuff.
All right. Cool.
It's really entertaining.
And are you streaming it, or what, like, network is it on?
It's on Netflix. Well, only up to season 12, but there's 15 seasons. But I'm watching it on my computer. I don't have Netflix on my computer, so I watch it on Soap Today. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. Those of you listening at home, this is harmonics class. It's Friday. We're all exhausted and looking forward to the weekend. So they're going to tell us a little bit about what some of their favorite things are. So to get us started, let me randomly pick somebody. Cole, what is one of your favorite things?
Working on my truck.
All right, tell us a little bit more about your truck.
I like putting like upgrades on it. So like I just buy parts from Amazon and different companies, and I like just spending my time working on it.
Awesome. So on average, how many hours would you say you put into working on your truck?
A good like on like a weekly basis, probably like I would say 5 to 10. But like that adds up over a time span and a lot of money.
Absolutely. You know who else used to like working on his, well, different cars, on his cars was Mr. Kingsland.
Oh
He,
yeah, he had like that cool old truck.
yeah, yeah. So that was one of his favorite hobbies too. Cool. Thank you so much for sharing.
No problem.
Michaela, tell us something that is a favorite of yours.
Probably makeup. It's been keeping me like something to do during like quarantining and stuff. So it's like, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. So it's like specifically what? Is it like trying out new products or is it playing with different looks?
Probably playing with different looks, like just trying to recreate like different types of things I see on social media and stuff. Keeps me busy. It's fun to do, and it's always like a trust the process kind of thing.
That was going to be my next question. So where do you get your inspiration?
Usually like sometimes from TikTok, videos of like people doing their makeup, trying to follow their stuff. James Charles, obviously, like that's a given. That stuff. James Charles, he's a famous makeup artist on, he's on YouTube mostly.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, of course.
Lauren, tell us something that is a favorite of yours.
I love animation. I love like watching cartoons. I spend a lot of time watching like different Cartoon Network shows. And my favorite would probably have to be Steven Universe. The art in it is beautiful and it talks about a lot of subjects that you typically wouldn't see in a show directed for younger audiences, but are like very important to talk about.
Awesome. So describe maybe one of your favorite episodes from that cartoon, like something that happened in the story.
They made, after the original was done, they made like an extended season. And one of the episodes, the main character had basically been putting everyone's like problems and stresses. He's been trying to fix them and take care of it all himself. And he turns into this like corrupted gem monster because all of this stress that he's put on himself has like just like torn apart his soul inside. And then all of his friends come to help him out of it because they've realized that they're all living happy, stress-free lives because of him. But he's been taking all of their stresses.
That's awesome. And what is the name of the show again?
Steven Universe.
On Cartoon Network.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you so much for sharing. I didn't know that one. Hadley, tell us one of your favorite things.
One of my favorite things right now is watching all the Marvel movies.
So what's the latest one that you've watched?
I've been watching them all in order because I've never seen any of them. So right now I just finished The Age of Ultron. Don't know what number that is, but
all right. So tell us a little bit about it. What's happening in it?
Tony Stark, who's Iron Man, is like an inventor, and he decides that he's going to try to create artificial life. And in doing so, the machine thinks that the only way to solve world peace is to wipe out humanity. So they're trying to stop him before he can do that.
Okay. So you're a big fan of the Marvel Universe. Which one is your favorite so far?
Definitely Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. Cool. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Erin, tell us about one of your favorite things.
My favorite type of music is 80s music because for me it's just very nostalgic because it's what my parents listened to and I just feel like it's really fun to listen to.
I love the 80s. I find the 80s very relaxing, and I've been listening to a lot of Billy Joel lately. So specifically, what's one of your favorite artists from the 80s, Erin? You have to narrow it down.
I really love Michael Jackson and Queen. Those are two of my favorites.
So much great music in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. And Emmy, tell us about one of your favorite things.
So I really like finding like new things to watch, like either whether it's like movies or TV shows. So I just found this show that I like love. It's now one of my new favorites. It's called Modern Love, and it's on Amazon Prime. And it's basically they took this modern love section from the New York Times, and that's where people like submit like their love stories, and they turn it into a TV show where each love story is a different episode. So each episode has different characters and like a whole different plot, and it's really well done. And I really like it.
Cool. That sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
And how many is it? How many episodes or how many seasons have there been? Is it?
It's only one season. There are 8 episodes, and yeah, each with a different plot. And then in the last episode, they kind of like all come together. But yeah, they're all like separate stories, and it's actually like it's really good.
And it's on Amazon.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much for sharing. Haley, tell us about one of your favorite things.
My new favorite thing is America's Next Top Model. I just like watching them. They argue a lot, so that's like really funny. And then I like trying to guess who's gonna win. And then when that person goes home, I get like really mad at everybody else. Yeah, that's my new favorite thing.
Cool. All right. So, how many models are on right now?
Well, the season that I'm watching, I think there's like 9 left. Actually, 8. There's 8 left.
Okay.
But I've watched a few seasons in the past like week. So.
And who's your favorite one?
Right now I don't have a favorite because she went home. But yeah.
Well, what did you like about her? Like, why was she your?
I like the ones that are like nice to everybody else. It's either the ones that are really, really nice or the ones that are really, really mean because they make it the most entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Thank you so much for sharing. Let's go over here to Savannah. Savannah, what is one of your faves?
My favorite TV show is Jane the Virgin, and I love it because it's really funny and it's really cute and it's just a really good show.
So are you all caught up as far as like episodes go? Or are you binge watching?
Yeah, I finished it about a year ago because the whole thing's done, but it's just still my favorite till this day.
Did they cancel it or they like?
No, the show just ended. Like all the seasons are done because it was 5 seasons.
Oh, I see. Cool. Thank you so much for sharing. And Gabby, tell us one of your faves.
Okay. Currently, my favorite thing is coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. Specifically, they have this new extra charged coffee, which has like 20% more caffeine. It's so good. I recommend it to everyone, especially if you really like caffeine, because it tastes the same as regular coffee. So I recommend it to everyone.
Okay. Gabby runs on Dunkin'.
Wait, does it really
Yeah.
taste like just normal coffee?
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh, I'm down to
I
try
love
that.
it. Yup.
But it has extra caffeine.
Yeah.
So it makes you extra. I remember, I don't know how I ever got into this type of coffee, but I used to order from Dunkin' Donuts, French vanilla, extra cream, extra sugar, so extra everything. And now in retrospect, I'm like, what was I doing to myself? Like that was just too much extra sugar and too much extra cream. And then I discovered Starbucks. and it's been Starbucks ever since. So yeah, I am Team Starbucks. Gabby is Team Dunkin'.
Team Dunkin' all the way.
Yeah.
I'm Team Duncan all the way too.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Robbie, tell us about one of your faves.
I really just like reality TV, like in general. I like specifically, I really like elimination shows like Big Brother or Survivor. I just binge them and I idolize everybody who's on it. And I just really want to be on one of the shows one day. So that's like my big goal. But, you know,
Anything's possible. So if you had to pick one that you would be on, which one would it be?
Big Brother. I'm obsessed with it. Like, it's really unhealthy. Like, it's really bad.
Tell me a little bit more about it, because I'm like right now I can't.
Okay, so the format is there's one competition at the beginning of, well, there's 16 people and they're all put into one house, and at the beginning of each week there's a competition that decides the head of household, and they have to nominate 2 people for eviction, and then the house guests vote one of them out. So that keeps going on and on until there's one person left. So it's crazy, but it's fun.
Robbie changed his hair too.
I did.
It looks different.
Box dye, but yeah, nothing too fancy.
I can't wait until you guys are back in the classroom again. So I hope that it's safe enough to return back to the classroom, because I miss you guys. So it's always fun to have you in class. Thank you so much for sharing. And Sarah, what is one of your faves that you want to share with us?
Something I'm really obsessed with right now is Roblox. I just really like playing it.
Okay, tell us more.
There's a lot of games. There's like elimination ones, which are the ones I play. And it's like Big Brother, but just like a simulation. It's called Eviction Notice.
Me, Haley, and Sarah all play Roblox together all the time.
Haley doesn't want to admit to that. Why not?
She's not good at it. I don't play Roblox at all. No, she's just not good at elimination games.
No, I beat them all the time, but just because the game picks me to win.
How does the game pick you to win?
Like, if nobody wins, like the last challenge, then it always picks me to win. So
Like, me and Haley always play Survivor together, and the game always rigs it for her, but you know.
Oh, okay. Cool. So that concludes our program on favorites today. Thank you guys so much for sharing with us some of your favorite things. And we'll be back next week with another random question of the week.